The power of the dark side, 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 side.
Greetings, Earthlings. The Martian is here, and folks, I did not want to do this video. I didn't, but there's new information out, and I cannot be a disservice to you. This just dropped a few hours ago. This is The Verge, and the story is Jon Favreau's live-action Star Wars show will be called The Mandalorian. Let's take a quick look at the article, and it is showing this is from Instagram, showing an Instagram report by Jon Favreau himself, the man. It is saying the show will be called The Mandalorian. After stories of Jango and Boba Fett, another warrior emerges in the Star Wars universe. The Mandalorian is set after the fall of the Empire and before the emergence of the First Order. We will follow the travels of a lone gunfighter in the outer reaches of the galaxy, far from the authority of the New Republic. All right, folks, so a couple things. Obviously, from what it's saying here, this is not going to be Boba Fett. So the information I had that this was going to be Boba Fett looks like that's not going to take place, although I'm not completely convinced that we will not see Mr. Fett in the film, or in the show, rather, in the series. It's going to be a long series if this goes on a long time, which I think it's going to. I think eventually they're going to have to bring him out. We're going to have to see him, right? Am I right? Am I right? I'm right. Okay, so we're going to have to see him at some point. What is this going to be about, though? Obviously, this is it's going to be about a gunfighter. Outer reaches of the galaxy, which that does tell us that footage that we saw from yesterday showing the moisture evaporators could very well be Tatooine, like we thought. Also, could be Jakku, because I believe Jakku and Tatooine are both on the outer reaches. So, could be either one of those. We don't know. What else is this saying? Vague synopsis. It talks a little bit about Favreau. It's saying also that he is going to, I think it says here somewhere, but he's going to write and direct and produce the series. I don't know if he's going to write all of them. It looks like he's probably going to write the first few. May not exactly. I don't think he's going to write all of them. He can't. He's too busy for that. If he's going to produce and direct it, he can't be doing that. So it talks a little bit about Favreau's history. He played a character in the Clone Wars cartoon. He voiced a character, anyways. So yeah, he does have a pedigree within it. So yeah, he knows a lot about it. He's a big Star Wars fan. This is definitely the guy to do this. I think he is really going to dig his teeth into this. He's going to do a great job. I really am feeling very positive about this show. Have not felt very positive about the movies lately, but this really could be the stuff that Star Wars fans have been wanting for a long time. Not going to be a lot of Jedis in this, may not be any at all, because as you know, after the fall of the Empire and everything, we still didn't have a lot of Jedis. The only thing we would have seen is Luke Skywalker's school, which is going to be far off. There's very doubtful that we're going to see our gunfighter encounter any Jedi, although it's possible. We did have Jedi that were in Clone Wars. We saw them in there, and we saw them in Rebels as well. So it's certainly possible. It's certainly possible we could have them. What else did I want to say about this? Yeah, so obviously can't be Jango. Jango's dead. Saying pretty much that it is not Boba Fett, because it's saying literally that another follow the travels of a lone gunfighter. It says emergence, blah blah blah. So yeah, it's not gonna be Boba, not the star. We did get a hint of who the star was. It was more than a hint. It was official who the star is going to be. It's going to be this man right here, Pedro Pascal, as I reported yesterday. If you watched that video, great guy. Everyone loved him in Game of Thrones. Hated to see his character go, and I think everyone else did. So I'm really glad we're getting to see him in another show. So he's going to be our gunfighter. Now, what am I thinking this show is going to be like? First thing I thought of when I heard the title was, bam, this show, The Rifleman. Very similar sound, very similar titles. I think Favreau knows, he is a fan of Westerns. Star Wars in general, I think, as everyone knows, was originally conceived of as a Western in space. So this really fits with the general theme. This, of course, was Chuck Connors, who starred in the series. As you can see here, this is his rifle with the specialized loop, so he could flip it. Don't ever, if you do have a lever action rifle, though, don't ever do that. It's god awful dangerous, and yeah, that would never work. But this is what I thought. I thought of The Rifleman, and then I also thought of this show, Wanted Dead or Alive. Also, I think it's going to be kind of a combination. This was Steve McQueen's first big vehicle to make him a star. This was actually kind of the one of George Lucas's. This was one of his things for what he looked at when he originally conceived of bounty hunters. He looked at some of these old shows, and specifically this one. This was this was Steve McQueen, and this was his mare's leg. This was a weapon he used, which was basically, mare's leg was basically a cut down lever action rifle, and then he also had the elongated loop here, which he would spin. But because this was smaller and had most of the stock cut off, it was a lot simpler to do, a lot simpler to twirl. So and then he's got much of the barrel cut off here, so he would just spin that. It would be great if we saw a Star Wars character carry a weapon similar to that. That would be awesome. I think everyone would love that. I'd love to see the guy wear some kind of a cowboy hat too, but kind of doubt we're going to see that. This guy that we're going to see is going to be a Mandalorian, so we're probably going to see him wear armor. So, as I said, does that mean Boba Fett is dead? Not necessarily. I did find this one article. I had mentioned in the video yesterday that there was an official canon that he was still alive. I have not been able to find what I read years ago, which was a bio on the official site that said that he was still alive. I have not been able to find that. I don't know if they took it down or what. That's possible. It's possible that was before the Disney buyout. I don't know, man. Maybe this was a lot longer than I thought it was. But anyways, there is the current theory for why he's still alive was due to the novel Aftermath, and apparently they found a suit of Mandalorian armor, and some people seem to feel that means that he did claw his way out of the Sarlacc pit, and maybe just the armor was damaged, and I don't know. It's all kind of hokey, and maybe not. I don't know if that's really the case, but again, I think because of the popularity of the character, and if this show does end up going that long, I think it's going to be an impossibility that we may see it. Now, they ordered 10 episodes of the show, so that's going to be the first season, and apparently they're sinking $100 million into it for 10 episodes, so yeah, it's $10 million a piece. Now, you're saying that's a lot of money, but it's really not, considering the production quality that they're going to be looking to get out of this. But this is definitely going to be a Game of Thrones-ish style series. So it's going to be similar to Game of Thrones, going to be similar to Westworld. It's going to be that long-running epic type series. I have a feeling, though, with this show, it's going to be a little less epic. Just based on the way he's describing the show, I think what we're going to see is more of the gunfighter weekly trials of a lone gunfighter in the outer reaches of the galaxy. So, you know, this is going to be kind of a character on the edge. Maybe a good guy, maybe a bad guy, maybe a little bit of both. But I think generally a good guy who's going to do the good thing in the end. And we're going to see him maybe come upon some situation every week and how he helps out or doesn't help. But I think it's going to be more of that. I think there will be a connectivity to it. But other than that, I don't think it's going to be as epic as we're seeing. Now, I could be totally wrong on this. I don't have any information on that. The only thing I have for sure is that Pascal is going to be on the show. So anyways, listen, as I said, I did not want to have to do another video today, so I'm probably just going to drop this one real late, and I may not do one for tomorrow. But I did promise the nice man at the comic book hut. He said I should cut back and maybe do a little less videos. I would love that, but unfortunately, you know, I got to cover what comes out, and this is definitely something that I got to cover. So, yeah, so we'll see how things go tomorrow. We'll see what else comes out. But as I said, this is awesome news. Awesome if you're a Star Wars fan. Definitely awesome if you're a Fett or Mandalorian fan. All right, guys. So listen, later. We're going to have more videos. Got that other Star Wars video coming up, which has some very juicy information in it. Still waiting to get some more subs. Get down there, subscribe. I've got to get up to 1,000 subs. I'm getting there. You guys are helping out, but I got to get more. So make sure you subscribe. Please like or even dislike the video. If you don't like it, do that too. Like or dislike, subscribe, and share this all over. Tell your friends, tell your mom, tell your dad, tell everybody. All right, later. Martian out.